We're going to be very minimal today. We're going to talk quietly and we're going to be gentle. We're walking very minimally. Before you know it, I'm the richest man on the planet. I'm challenging Elon Musk to a wrestling match. Hello there, folks. Minimalism is the name of the game today. I have a little trip planned for a couple days up to the mountains for hopefully some fall colors starting tomorrow or the next day. I haven't really decided yet. Depends on weather. But every time I take a multi-night trip like that, I end up bringing a lot of stuff. And I kind of wanted to get out before then to this little place near Denver. It's like 20 minutes east of Denver, sort of in the plains. It's called Rocky Mountain National Arsenal or some shit. It's a pretty cool little place. Very boring looking. What I wanted to do was pack light, bring just a few lenses and one camera body and the Osmo, of course, and see if we can get some photos that include as little as possible while still being somewhat compelling or interesting, or not. Maybe they'll be boring and totally terrible. But I wanted to try this. I love minimalistic stuff. I've shot quite a bit of it over the past few years, and this is one place where it's really easy to do. There's a lot of these just sporadic trees that I could zoom in on with the telephoto, or maybe we can get up close to one. There's some water down there. Coming up on golden hour, as you can see, the sun is getting pretty low. So I actually pulled off. I haven't even got there yet, but I pulled off because these pylons, these electrical things are in a really cool line down there. So I'm gonna walk back this way and see if I can get a telephoto shot of them sort of disappearing into the distance. So I'm gonna try that real quick and then we're gonna head further in to the actual parking area. I took a shot a couple years ago across from a very large lake, and there was just a single tree, and I did kind of a long exposure, and there was some nice clouds behind the tree, and it was just such a nice, moody little minimalist shot. And I really liked it. I was gonna try to recreate it with some different clouds, but I don't think this is the place. But this is still very similar. I don't think this lake is as big as that one, but in the spirit of minimalism, I also brought a quite minimalist bag. Maybe you can see it. Very, very tiny, which is nice. It's kind of a shoulder bag, but it seems to fit everything I needed. It even fits this big ass lens in there, as long as I keep the body on the outside so they're not clanging against each other. I actually kind of like that. The one cloud over top with the minimalism. We're going to be very minimal today. We're going to talk quietly and we're going to be gentle. We're walking very minimally on this very low-key, minimalist asphalt road that has fallen calmly into disrepair over the years, as apparently the budget for the Park Service here in Colorado is quite minimal. Can't expect them to have a maximalist budget. Start thinking outside the box. very difficult, but it's kind of fun. There's some of these trees over here. It's really cool textures. It's actually really fun. And with a telephoto, you can play with depth of field to get minimalist stuff. You can zoom in on just one tree or a sign in the water. Yeah, this is honestly the perfect lens for this, even though it's quite heavy and I'm getting a little tired of carrying it already. Really fun though. We are losing light, but you know, I live in Colorado and it's beautiful here in the mountains, but out here by the plains, it's very forgotten, and you know, it's for good reason. The mountains get all the attention, but there's a lot more here than just mountains, you know. And this kind of stuff you can do anywhere. I don't know, maybe all these photos will suck, but who cares? What if they don't? What if this video gets 40 trillion views in the first hour because I photographed some rare bark species that only exists right here in Colorado, and they've been looking for it for all of human history, and I finally found it, and I have a picture of it to prove it, and before you know it, I'm the richest man on the planet, and I'm challenging Elon Musk to a wrestling match. You know, you never know. Take pictures of bark. You could be beating the shit out of Elon Musk. This is neat. We have lost all directional light, however, which is unneat. The sun is definitely going to be further that way than the last time I was here. I think it was like over here. But we'll set up a nice wide shot right here and we'll just wait, you know, for another 20-30 minutes and see what happens for sunset. It's looking pretty lame. But maybe we can get a golden hour shot or something. It'll give us a little something before we leave. Switch over to the 14-24. Probably end up not at 14 because still most of the sky is very dog shit. I don't think this is going to be very good. This thing just shakes way too much. It's such a pain in the ass to do long exposures here. There's some nice beams coming out of the sky though. Please don't move, Mr. Pier. I don't know. It's definitely boring, but that's kind of the whole point of this place. It's not, there's obviously no mountains or anything. But what's happening in the sky is actually pretty cool. I don't even know if that's going to come across or if it's just going to be completely blown out on the DJI, but there's some nice shafts shooting up from behind the clouds. And since there's no hot spot, since the sun is completely behind the clouds, we don't have to worry about bracketing too much. There's definitely still some, we'll do a nice 20-second. Shit, there we go again. We have to wait. I think we need a longer exposure, 30 seconds. We're gonna go 30 seconds once this shit stops bloody moving. God, it shakes forever. Shit. Okay, I think that's gonna just about do it for me. So I'm gonna head back and see how these turn out. Not super hopeful, but I had fun, so I guess it was worth it. Thank you for watching this short, minimal video. I'm actually holding my camera right now. That's how minimalist this is. If you want to see another time I went out and took some photos, click right here. Yeah, this should solve it. I don't know how to... I can't move it again. I already moved it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.